Oh, congrats, man. Congrats. Ah, can you see your mute? Can you? What can you see? Let me just check. Let me see if I can hear you as well. Let me just check the stream. No, you're not on mute. I can hear you. Even on the stream as well. You're not on mute. I can hear you. Bro, I'm good. I can't complain, man. I'm fine. I'm fine, man. We won. We're in the final, playing Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. It's a Clasico again. So that is it, and I'm happy for it. As far as I would have actually loved, what was it called? Atletico Madrid to go through, but they did not. I guess I have to get the job done by myself. And yes, they beat me twice in the La Liga and Super Copa. But this is the final of the Copa del Rey. I think it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. But can you hear yourself on the stream? Yeah, I can hear you. Maybe what you want to do is check your setup. Let me just check. Let me see. But did you select the mic on OBS? Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you very well. Let me just see what is going on. Why can't? But did you select the mic on OBS? Okay. I can hear you. Let me just see what is going on. Why? Yeah, one time I want to ask is this: what changes is that you said your mic is on Ninja Audio as well. Okay. Okay.
Did check my settings earlier and they were fine, but hey.
Are you Mr. Chaos? Who's Mr. Chaos now?
Hey man, these things happen. What can I say? These things happen. Hopefully you guys can hear me now because now I'm using the mic settings in OBS. And there's no echo, right, Timber, for you?
No, no, there's no echo. Let me
Yeah,
just
so
check my
I
YouTube.
think as the host, I just need to add myself to OBS with the mic. Let me just double check. Ooh, ooh, who's that? There's feedback from somewhere. Wait, hang on. Oh, Drake says he can hear both of us now. So, you know.
Yeah. So is Mr. Chaos. Is that yours?
No. Mr. Chaos can
Okay.
introduce himself. Mr. Chaos,
Okay.
over to you.
Timber, what are you saying?
Ah, Mr. Manj.
Yes, yes. Big up, man. What are you saying?
Manj.
Yo,
Manj. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
all good, man. Hope you and Vegeta all good, man. I just wanted to gate crash this festivities, this stream. Shout out to the chat. Like and subscribe to both channels. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, what you guys saying? You guys are talking about anything yet, or what's going on?
Nah,
No, no,
bro.
no, not yet.
We just started the show, and I just wanted to start by bringing you on because I feel like you've got some choice words for Mr. Temba over here.
Mr. Timber. All
Yes,
right,
yes.
we were gonna do this during the possible outcome stream. But I don't know when that's gonna be. But I thought I'd take the opportunity to say to you one thing. You're playing Arsenal next week, right?
Yeah.
If you don't win against Arsenal, if you don't knock them out, yeah, do not go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Okay? I don't
Man.
care. I'm not an Arsenal fan, right?
Yeah.
But considering you like to talk about Manchester United all the time, I feel like let me talk about Temba's favorite club, Real Madrid, just to counter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what? If you go 1-0 down next week, I've got your digits, right? Don't go anywhere. Your
Bro,
biggest
man.
mistake, your
Yeah.
biggest mistake was meeting Mr. Chaos. Yeah?
Good.
Me and Vegeta are cool because we support the same team. So
Yeah.
we're cool with that. And yeah, all I'm gonna say is Temba. When's the game? The first leg against Arsenal?
I think it's next week Tuesday on the 8th.
Next week, Tuesday. If
Yeah.
you lose that game, I don't care about the second leg. If you lose, do not go
Anyway.
anywhere. And that's all I'm
All
gonna say.
right.
You guys have a good show, yeah? Big up.
Big up to you, bro.
Shout
Big
out
up
to
to you,
men
man.
like
Big up to you,
Manj.
man.
Shout out to you, man like Manj. But of course, people, everybody's welcome to have an opinion, whether it's in the chat or you want to come on and also give Temba a piece of your mind. Please, guys, there's a few topics that I feel like we can have some engagement today. But shout out to everybody who's confirming that you can hear us. And like Manj said, guys, please subscribe, not just to me, but to Temba's channel. I believe I did link your channel to the stream, bro, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So you can just go to Ala Madrid. Please, let's get Temba to 500. I need him to have memberships on his channel immediately. I need subscribers on Temba's channel immediately. Man like Drex, before we get into today's topic, says if Arsenal knocks out Real Madrid, Temba should delete his channel and focus on net. Well,
Bro.
Temba, before we
Man.
get started with today's show, brother, what do you want to say to Drex? Man like that.
No, honestly, man, he has been saying it to me, just like what man said. Like, even me as well, I said it's not just even about the manager anymore. If those players cannot beat Arsenal, come on, man. Even though I believe we should be able to beat Arsenal without my players. We should be able to beat Arsenal, honestly. So if they don't do it, they see me in Spain as well. I'll be in Bernabeu. I will tell them to explain to me how come they bowed out to Arsenal in the Champions League. But I believe they're going to smash Arsenal, man. We're going to beat them.
So Temba is going to Madrid. Before he deletes the channel, I feel like we need a vlog, bro. You can't just go to Madrid and there's no vlog. You need to vlog, bro.
I have to, man. I will have to, bro. I will have to, man. From when I leave Orantango to wherever airport I'm going to land in Spain.
Yeah, bro.
Because come on, man. I need people to explain to me why will I play Arsenal and lose to Arsenal or bow to the Champions League to Arsenal. Then I should just get out before meeting Arsenal. Come on, man. Arsenal.
I don't
Arsenal
worry.
like yours.
We're gonna talk about Arsenal because it's on the agenda. But first, let's talk about Man United, bro. Because I'm a Man United fan. We played Forest. People hated me, first of all, for saying we're gonna lose to Forest. Everybody was saying no, good momentum going into international break.
Yeah.
People told me no, but Forest played on Sunday and we rested, so they should rotate and everything would be good. And of course, Temba, as we know, results don't really care about what fans think or who rested or when or international break. I told people, bro. I told them, I said, guys, I don't get bamboozled anymore.
Yeah.
Is that feedback for me? So, what's that?
No. This is just wanted to be sure, but it's fine. I
Okay,
hear everything you're
okay, okay,
saying.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, it should be fine now. I added the thing. But anyway, let me address my fellow United fans and then I'm going to ask Timber to pull through and give me his own opinion of this past week's match. But Timber, when we went into preview shows, I mean, I did my preview show. I told you I think we'll lose, personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went on people's channels. They said prediction. I said 2-1. Personally, I thought Forest might score 2 goals. But the point was I thought Forest would beat us because fundamentally, Forest has been a better team. They beat us at Old Trafford, guys, 3-2. And I was taking all of these factors into consideration, and also the fact that Rubes has lost 10 games doesn't fill me with confidence to just say we're gonna beat people. I need to see us beat people to believe we'll beat people. So all of these things, I brought them to preview shows, and I said guys would lose. But who's doing the cinnamon challenge tomorrow? You've got more charges. You sent me for saying we're going to lose because you wanted me to lie to your face, to lie to the chat, to lie to Man United fans and say we would win or draw. Some people who were saying draw knew deep down in their heart of hearts that it's a loss because those guys are better than us. They're not third by mistake and we are not 14th by mistake, okay? If we were the ones in third, we would have expected us to beat those guys. So the fact that it was crazy, I didn't even say 10-0, guys. I said 2-1. I gave us a chance to score, but I didn't see us winning because I understand, but I'm not a fool. I refuse to let criminals lie to me twice. I gave them a chance after the FA Cup, they lied to me. I gave them a chance after Ruben, they lied to me. I mean, Ruud van Nistelrooy. I gave them a chance when Rubes came in and I thought the formation was formationing, bro. They lied to me, bro. And these players have become so bad that people are calling for Ruben's performance to be reviewed, which I agree with because, wow, 10 losses is ridiculous, bro. But also, these players must be reviewed with Ruben because fundamentally they are the true criminals in this trial that is called Man United. But it was a crap game. We saw some atrocious performances. People said I was crazy for saying Dogu gets an F on Bots' channel because he supposedly had a good first half. And I'm tired of this thing. I want to address this thing, Temba. I'm sick and tired of losing. And people telling me, but De Ligt was good today. Everybody else was bad. Well, De Ligt is part of the team that lost 1-0, okay? He was there. This thing is not an individual sport. Even if his performance was 5 out of 10, I dock him a 1 for the fact that we lost. He has to also suffer with the team. He can't just be successful by himself. Even if Bruno scores a hat-trick and we lose 4-3, he's part of the loss. His score could have gone from 10 to 9 just because of the loss. He gets a 9 for maybe his hat-trick. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, we need to stop giving people high percentages just because we are scared of over-criticizing them or, I don't know, they're youth kids. Again, that youth thing came up again. I don't understand why we keep saying youth when other people's youth in big teams. Don't tell me about the small teams. In big teams, we've got people's youth doing their job. Don't tell me about Man United because I see Adragola doing his thing there for Madrid. I see Lamine Yamal doing his thing for Barcelona. Are those not big clubs that have heavy scrutiny, that have big pressure on those players? So the youth thing came up again, Timber, and I said, of course, it's predictable. They didn't perform because they are young and we put too much pressure on them. Look, Drex, it might have not been an F, but for a player that was so praised before, I feel like we should be able to criticize him just as heavily, and people shouldn't have a problem with it. Because when we are busy giving people A pluses and A plus plus and 10 out of 10 and 9 out of 10, there's no objection. Nobody said, but he misplaced a plus even though he had a good game. We just give them an A. You get what I'm saying? So I understand that the first half might have looked decent, but I'm tired of decent. I want results. Because decent doesn't keep a manager's job. decent doesn't win the Europa League that everybody is fantasizing about. Eh? Because you can't take negative form into the Europa League and think you'll beat people. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You need some sort of positiveness, because people can look to Chelsea, but Chelsea wasn't in 14th when they won the Champions League. There was some
Yeah.
sort of form there.
Yeah.
You can't just dream up victories from somewhere, from nowhere. So when people said I'm crazy for 2-1, I said, guys, you are crazy because you're allowing this team to lie to you. There's a thin line between delusion and supporting. And many
Yeah.
people tried to cross over to the other side to just wish the 3 points. They forgot that people came to our house, Temba. Imagine, they came to your house. They did Mickey Mouse in your house. They did nonsense. And then you think you're going to go to their house that's in order and do nonsense. No, what those guys fundamentally showed us is that this is not Old Trafford. Whether we gave them the goal or we didn't give them the goal, those guys said, bruh,
Yeah.
your house is burning. Don't think it's the same here. Our life is in order. We are going to Europe next year. We don't know about you. You might not. We are going. We are there.
Exactly.
So, United fans, you can keep saying, hey, don't compare them to Ferguson. I'm like, guys, if I'm not comparing them to Ferguson, what is the baseline? What am I comparing them to? Because if I can't compare them to success, how do I know if they're successful? If I'm not supposed to compare them to Fergie because those were great players. Yes, of course. That's the criticism. We had great players and now we've got bums. Is that an unfair criticism? I don't think so. Men like Drex, yes, of course, but I feel free. This is the People's Channel. The link is in the it should be
That's the link there.
yeah, it should be there. Like I should have
That's the link there. It's here. That's the link there.
yeah, just click on the link. And if you disagree, Drex, I'm happy. Like, I didn't shut people down when I got sin binned, when I got laughed at. It's fine. People have their opinion. But people saw what I saw. Now they're all angry at Garnacho, who we will talk about. But let me ask Temba about the game before we get there. Go for it.
Well, Rita, we watched the game together. I want to this man saying, I don't understand why people are busy going on Garnacho, man, because I just think it's easy target to go for, because everybody was shambolic, man. Even anybody that is telling me that David played well, like I did not even notice. That was how bad the whole team was. Nobody played well, in my own opinion. Everybody was crap. And for me, watching that game is this: going into that game, I understand people that believe United were going to win. I understand them because they believe that Nottingham Forest, they played a game of football on Sunday, and the game is on Tuesday. So they believe that advantage should be there, whereby these guys are still knocked out. They are still tired. But remember, I said to you, I watched the game, Brighton and Nottingham Forest. They did not really use most of their players. The guy was able to mix them together, like played some vital ones in the first half, some vital ones in the second half, and they were still able to get the result. And people are forgetting that this guy, they signed 22 players in the summer, 22. And that was one of the reasons why they were giving fine. They signed 22 players. For every position, they signed one player. For every position, they signed one player, and two players, sorry. So coming into that game, I expected United to win. And I remember I said that United were going to win 2-1. And you said it again to me that no, man, you see them losing the game. But when we watched the game, bro, everybody was just shambolic, man. And for Dogu, bro, we have praised him when we praise him. So when he is not living up to expectation, he should also be ready to take the critics as well. Which is something whereby I don't know, maybe he does not really like your fan base don't understand. We can praise a player when he's doing well. We also have the right to praise him when he's doing badly. I wish what I did to Mbappe, I was calling him names, or calling him Timo Mbappe.
Hey, bro,
I
do
call him names.
you want Munch to pull up again? Don't bring up Mbappe, bro.
Yeah, but right now, he's doing well. I can't even say anything. Man, is proof. I shot my mouth up, man. Yeah. So sometimes I don't just understand. We play the game on 90 minutes, and the whole fan base thought that no, we're going to go against one person. Hey, one person, of which was his name? What is his name again? Garnacho.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is this guy getting so much? I don't understand. Everybody was bad. The entire team was bad. So we should not start putting the blame on one person.
We're gonna get there.
The
Don't
entire
worry.
team was
We're
bad.
gonna get there. Don't worry. Let's just talk about the performance. And before I bring Drex into the conversation, Lumen, I just want to make something clear. Why is this doing this now? Hang on. Chat, come here. There you go. Lumen, when I was talking about the Ugarte situation, I just found it weird that we are criticizing a player's performance that has nothing to do with us. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying you can't criticize players because then I'm being inconsistent and you are correct, right? And I agree with you. We have every right to criticize players, not just the three players you put down here, but if you feel like somebody's performance wasn't good on the day, you should be able to say that. Or if you feel like you shouldn't be forced or put into a box where you have to always believe you're going to win when your team is doing nonsense. It's like you can't see somebody losing every week and then all of a sudden you think some miraculous thing's going to happen, they're going to win. Because the evidence is telling you otherwise. And that shouldn't be a crazy opinion. That's all I'm saying. You have the right, Blue Man. And shout out to you, bro. You always challenge my opinions and thoughts. I just wanted to clarify what I was saying about Ugarte. And yes, a lot of people did say what you're saying here there with the tactics. And of course, you are your own human being, you're your own individual. You're allowed to have your own thoughts. I'm not telling you to have your own thoughts. I'm just talking to the people. They know themselves. Who sin binned me, who laughed. They know themselves. Don't worry, Lumen. They know themselves. They said I was crazy. Is all I'm saying. But without further ado, I wanna shout out our guest, man like Drex, bro. Welcome to the show. Hopefully we have a better luck today, my bro. And happy to have you, bro.
Can you, first of all, can you hear me?
Crystal clear.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Pick up, everybody.
Because
On the topic of the game, bro, you hit the nail when you talked about if United was in third position and Forest was in 14th position, would expect United to win them. There's nothing else to add to that. That is the summary of what happened on Saturday. Even they played a game. We were well rested. We played like a team that is in 14th position. They played like a team that is in third position. Even with the game underneath the belt for 2 days prior to that game, they played like they were in third position. Managed the game. Managed not. I don't think they came into that game with, okay, we're going to win the game. They came to that game playing for not losing the game.
Yeah.
And for some, luck just rode on their side and they won the game. So it was United that actually played like a team that is in 14th position, which we are in, right? And no shame about that. No shame about that. And there's no shame about calling players, whether it's fan favorite, whether it's your favorite player or not. There's no shame, and don't let anybody say otherwise, bro. That game, first half, it was crap. It was. Oh my goodness! Even cow dung was better than that thing we saw in the first half.
honestly, man.
Drex, it's interesting you say
Honestly.
Because
that, bro, because people fundamentally
no,
said
no,
to me, I'm
myself. If you
crazy.
were okay, you didn't watch the first 20 minutes when Temba and I was on the watch along.
Yeah.
Temba, we were all saying it was crap, bro. Temba, we said
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm coming here to say something different. We all said the first half was crap. That Dalot played in the first half and it was in the second half I was screaming, did Dalot start this game? And somebody was like, yo, it was in the game
Was it on
in
the
the first
pitch?
half.
I remember.
I
You
remember
remember
that. I
Temba? When
remember
I
you
was
telling
screaming,
me.
Yeah.
like I was saying,
Yeah.
okay, they made a substitution, Dalot is coming on, and somebody like, no, Dalot started the game. I'm like, Dalot started this game in the first half, and the man was in ghost mode. Did he just what? And second half,
But
he even he that's why when because I went hard on, I know I went hard on Garnacho and Dogu, right? Those were the reason why I was going out. They were just isolating. They were playing blind eyes to players that were making runs, forward runs. Dogu, on the other hand, when they gave him the ball, when you give him the ball, you give him with a good pass, good weighted pass. He gets the ball to feet. Now, when it's time for him to bring the ball to whoever is supposed to pass it to, he's like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing here. So many, and I know in the watch along I said something about the final third, and somebody was like the same mode's final third. And yes, you could say there was so many disconnection in the final third. So many disconnection in the final third.
It was me, bro. You know what I
that
mean?
Zexi was way open, raising his hand up in the first half. Oh, I don't even know if Mazraoui was open. Garnacho and Dogu would just decide to do whatever they want to do and just lose the ball, and that's it. We recycle, nothing.
I hear
You
you,
understand?
Drex. Yeah, I
And
hear you.
let's not take the manager out of this picture now.
Hey, I was gonna
Yeah,
get to that. Please go ahead.
You know, let's not. This is now. I know how United fans how they think, and some of them how they think. You talk about the manager, they already put you in the this guy's manager out, right?
We don't care about them. Here
But
we speak our mind here, Drex.
but
yeah,
we when a manager does something wrong, you call it out. It's not saying that the manager is crap.
Call it
Neither
out.
is saying that the football player is crap. Like I went hard on Garnacho and I keep saying it. Garnacho is a good player. Garnacho is a fine player. But at what we want to do, Garnacho is not giving it to us. He's not playing as a team player. He's playing as more of a hero, trying to build something for himself. But United is not in a place where a player needs to start building something for themselves. The
honestly.
time Ronaldo did that thing, United were in the perfect position and were in the perfect place for Ronaldo to do that. You get me? So now
I hear
Yeah,
you,
going
bro.
to the coach, why play Xerxes that has been playing in the number 10 position for the past 4-5 games and he's been growing strength by strength, like the confidence is going up. You could actually tell, like what the Bible says, that the pathway was falling brighter and brighter for him in that number 10 role. Then you decide to play him in number 9
Killed him.
when you know you have people like Garnacho that will not pass the ball.
Bro, he killed Xerxes. Whatever Xerxes was trying to do at this club. And I guess that's what I was gonna ask. And I'm glad you introduced the conversation of the manager because I feel like there's a fundamental disconnect from Man United, Ruben Amorim and what the hell he's trying to do and these players. And like I said, like Drex is saying, it doesn't mean I'm saying Ruben out, but I also need to keep him accountable because he's got a job to do. You can't look at yesterday's was it or whatever the performance from the other day, and be like, oh no, it's just the players being criminals only. It's like, dude, you also did things and put people in positions like you're taking off people that I'm just like, why, bro? Like, why are certain people staying on the pitch who are criminals of the criminal? These guys should be in maximum cells, sitting alone, thinking about their life. But those are the ones that get to roam free, where the guy who stole petty crime is the one who must come off. I'm like, Ruben, you're also being inconsistent here because you are rewarding stupid people fundamentally. And the ones who are trying to contribute positively, you're taking them off. So also I must look at you sideways.
Sorry, are you talking about the Casemiro or the Ugarte one?
Amongst, you see, look, you chose two. Look at that, bro. I just
No,
think
but for the Casemiro one, I understood why, because at that point the referee was looking to do some stupidness.
And you said it on the stream as well. You said it, you mentioned it. That he was
The
looking for
referee
somebody who
was
wants to give
looking,
it,
and
to give him
if
a
you
red
see the
card.
kind of fouls he was calling for United compared to what he was calling for Nottingham Forest, I felt like they were not balanced, right? But that's not putting any. I just felt like maybe that Casemiro's yellow card. We are in a stage where everybody's needed.
but you see,
Whether
Drex,
they are not performing at the spot on the spot right now, everybody's needed. You don't want Casemiro to be sat out for another 2 games or another 3
yeah,
games or
I get
whatever.
that. But you see, fundamentally, the issue I have with Ruben is that one manager looks like what we looked like a while ago. That he's not phased by the fact that he played on Sunday, Drex. He's still trying to win a game of football. The other guy looks like he's confused by what his assignment here is. And I feel like we made it simple for him. Just win games in this league and bring us as high as possible. And then go win the Europa. I don't think that's an unreasonable task. We're not even saying top 4 or all of these. We just said win games. You can't win games, bro, because you're doing a nonsense. And we gave you leeway to say you're trying to figure out your team. But at this point in time, what are you doing, dude? Do you also want to win games? Because you can cry about not having your players, guys. But the window's not open. Am I crazy? How can we change that thing for you now? We can't. Do your job, bro.
The reason why I'm not Vegeta, the reason why I'm not going to go too hard on him, right, on this one so far is I'm going to keep it light because I feel like he made some mistake with that Zexi thing, and I feel like in the first half he needed to pass a message across to the likes of Dogu, Garnacho, Dalot, and even Bruno himself. He needed to pass a message to them and be like, yo, what are you guys doing? Because if we as fans can see what's happening on the pitch, I feel like this guy is seeing it with 100x magnifying lenses, right? He should be seeing it. But if it's not, but that's where I'm like, bro, something is rough, something is off. Your instruction, is this the instruction you gave to them? If this is the instruction, bro, you have a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
So
big time.
I want to believe it's not the instruction. I want to believe that, because we've seen it over time where the thing is getting tough. Even in the first 20, 15 minutes of opening up the game, United concede, and the players are now like, you know what, let's adjust. Let's try to win this. Let's try to get back into this game our own way, not what the manager is asking of. We've seen it several times. So I'm like, are you going to call these guys to order, or would you just let it go to halftime and do what you want to do, right? Which in the second half, we saw the improvement. These guys just went back to a low block, and they knew for sure that United will not break that low block. They knew for a
Straight up.
fact
Sure,
that United
sure.
will not break that low block. So in their
Yeah.
mindset, we did it for 45 minutes. We're going to do it again for another 45 minutes, and we'll win this game. We already have the goal. We already have the advantage. Where I feel like I'm going to go light on Ruben is the fact that we know we have players that their intelligent football IQ is not that great. I'm going to say this. It feels like when anybody hears me, I feel like I'm going hard on Garnacho, but I'm saying this. Garnacho is doing something that Rashford did 2 seasons ago or a season ago that had most people on his back. I'm like, why is this? He's becoming too selfish. He's becoming too selfish. And we called it out that time. Just because he's a kid now doesn't mean we shouldn't call it out. Why are you trying to cut and shoot at every opportunity you get? These guys have read you like a book. They understand. They can close their eyes and write an exam about you and pass with distinction. Why are you doing it? Why not look? Why not think outside the box? Not every opportunity to shoot calls for it. You could feign, pass the ball. The man is giving you an overlapping room. Use him. There's the player on your right that is calling for the ball. Use them. A 1-2 back to you could be the difference. It feels like when we get to low block, they just feel like, you know what, let's just cut and shoot.
But
Bro,
is that fundamentally a coaching problem? Because some people now were calling out the coach.
that is not a coaching
Ruben's
problem, bro.
coaches.
I don't think it's a coaching problem. I think it's the player's problem.
So
If you notice, when Harry Maguire got in the game, right? Everybody wanted to not put in a cross. And I asked Temba, I'm like, what's the height difference between Maguire and Rasmus Højlund? I don't think it's more than 2 inches. If Maguire is taller than Rasmus, it's not more than 2 inches.
Inches.
So why the hell do they have to wait? It's like, oh, we need to saw Maguire in the game in the game up front. Oh, okay, we are crossing now. Why?
So is this where when people are making a case for Rasmus in saying that the people aren't providing or delivering enough for him, is this the point that we look at to say that people are right, in the sense that why is it that you're able to look at a Harry Maguire and do for him what you're supposed to do for your striker, who's then finding himself not being in a position to take chances that are not there to begin with?
It's a 50-50, Vegeta. It's a 50-50. On the one hand, one can say the crosses or the chance creation or the ball to Rasmus Højlund is not optimal. On the other hand, one can actually argue for the fact that, okay, most of the balls that have come to Rasmus, he's maybe lack of confidence or his first touch. So it's a balanced debate, right? It's nobody is the wisest, nobody's wrong, right? But it was when you're overkilling now, that's when I'm like, yo, pause, you're overkilling this thing, right? Whichever angle you're looking at it from. But keeping it balanced is fair. But for this one game, the Nottingham Forest game, I'm like, okay, what has this boy got to do for you guys to actually put in the... Bro, we've seen where they crossed the ball out of nothing. This boy scored a goal. I'm not saying he's prolific in the air, but if you don't give him those balls, how are we supposed to judge?
I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying? So Zexi was in the 9 role. He played in the 9 role. It was as if Zexi was on vacation in some of these beaches in Caribbean island. Man was just there. Nobody was looking at him.
And I want to
So
speak
what
on
is
this
the
Garnacho thing
Mhm.
because he's been attacked. But I want you to address this question from Luman, who says, Drake. So then, coach should not be coaching Garnacho for his mistakes. I guess he's asking, should the coaches not be trying to coach him out of making those mistakes, based on your previous
I-
commentary?
I- yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In the game,
Mm,
when Ganacho was doing all of those cut and shoot, right?
mm,
And it's not working. First of all, he never troubled the goalkeeper. If it was a case where the ball was on target, maybe the goalkeeper put up maybe two fine saves, and we're like, okay, man, you know what? There's something there. But they never did. We were picking the ball from the moon
okay.
most of the time,
Yeah.
and it was being blocked the other times. So if that was the case, how about you send a message to him? I'm like, bro, no, don't do it. And get every other person involved. Because Vegeta, let me tell you something, right?
Go for it, bro.
The minute you start shooting at every opportunity you get. Your players by default just know that okay, when they make some run, you're not gonna find them.
You're not gonna pass to us.
We
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we've played this game, bro. We've it's not like even not at professional, but we've played 5-a-side, we've played 11, we've played pickup. We know that player that if he gets the ball, so there's no point putting an extra effort to see if we could get. So the time that he actually passes the ball to you, you'll be like, oh, you're surprised. And maybe if you don't get it, you're like, I wasn't expecting it. That's our level. That's our level, the pickup level. But professional level, you're supposed to expect it all the time. But I'm saying we are all humans. These guys are humans. When a player starts doing one thing over and over again, it gets to everybody like, okay, is he going to pass this time? Am I making this forward run? Is he going to look at? Zexi was there several times calling for the ball. Man, it was being ignored, bro.
And
Man was passing into blind alleys.
I hear you, and I completely agree because to a degree,
That is sorry to answer it to cut you. So answer Loman's question is yes, the coach should be bringing maybe in-game passing an instruction to him after the game, showing him clips and like, okay, you could do better. You can do it. There's a way you talk to a player. You can. I know what you're trying to do here, but next time, do this. That's where the coaching comes in.
yeah,
But if the player is not the type that is adamant and say, okay, you know what, nah, I want to make a name for myself. But United is not at the, it's not, I'm not saying United is not the place, but I'm saying at the moment, United
in
is
the
not
place
there
to
for
do
you to
that.
start making a name.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
And I think maybe that's fundamentally the issue is that we're trying to fix a club, but there are people who are trying to come here for all the wrong reasons, like making their names for themselves or, the money element, whatever it is. I feel like we're not on board with the reality of Man United isn't Man United. Before we start trying to be superstars, we need to be stars. Never mind superstars. We need to perform to a quality consistently, where we can then start looking at how do we then go to upper level. That's what upper level means. It means we're good, but now we can be better. We're not even good, and I feel like that's what some of these players are missing. But I want to zero in on Garnacho because after the game, guys, and Temba or Drex can take this. It's okay. Garnacho got a lot of heat, guys. People were trying to sell him. People were reposting the Fez video to say that apparently Fez was revolutionary. Like this guy was in the cauldron. Like you see the fire that's in the background of this whole setup. That's where Garnacho is. Do you guys feel like, in light of that one performance, it's justified? Okay, maybe not say that one performance because this season's been crap. Do you guys feel like just the sheer rebuke that this kid has been getting is justified? Because some people are ready. They just say, "Tell him, sell him. Let's go to the next thing."
Let me go first because I know Temba has a soft spot for him. Let me just go first. It's when you're criticizing someone like Garnacho, right? Don't do it because when he puts in the performance, we sing his praise. We've said it here. Myself and Temba, we've had it. When Garnacho does something good, we sing his praise. When he's crap in a game, you say it the way it is in that game and don't go past that. When you start going past that and start calling him all sort of names, that's where I step back. I'm like, no, I'm not party to this. You understand? I for one, I've said and I've said, I feel like we should catch in on him right now if we can. That does not mean that the player is bad. And I say it again, the player is not bad. What we want to do, Garnacho, I don't think Garnacho has gotten to Garnacho said that where we are now, it's not the place to groom heroes. It's actually the place to work as a team. if he decides to say by the end, between now and the end of the season, and say, you know what, let me drop this whole thing that I'm trying to do. Let me help this team get where they need to be, and starts more. You know, in the last couple of games, he was actually playing as a team player, and everybody was like, "Oh, what happened to Garnacho?"
Yeah.
Pass a particular game. Don't take it past. If you are criticizing him, don't pass the game that which you are working with. If you take it past that one, then you're going far. Because the last couple of games, he was a team player. He was, you know. But for this particular Nottingham Forest, the reason why we're going on him is because he wasn't a team player and he kept doing so. It's fair to criticize, but overkill, like I said before, is somewhere I don't calling a player names and all of, like, you could call a player crap, you could call a player shit, but start going overboard, start bringing things like what Fast did and all of that, bro. What Fast did was wrong. Two wrongs don't make it right. Let that go. Criticize the player for the game.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
bringing,
What happened
I was just
in
bringing it up because it resurfaced in the heat of.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Fans
I
are doing all of
agree.
that. Fans will be fans. We don't know how to tell any. The fans will be fans. We are not we're nobody's father or mother or instructor or guardian that to tell them how to behave. But fans will be fans. But I'm just saying, when they start doing all of those or trying to prove, I step back, because I'm like, are you going past this? Are you saying something more than this Nottingham Forest game that I just watched? Is it something that has been in your mind that you've been wanting to say?
No,
You get
I hear it.
um yeah, Timber.
No, what is that? I agree with everything Drake said. At some point, I don't know if you guys remember when that video of when Fast did that video. I was one of the person that was actually defending him, like, no man, he has every right to criticize the dude.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
I remember what Drake said to me. He said this is the same exact thing he said now. And on the long run, now looking at it, Drake was on point. It basically means that now it's not about the guy having a bad game. Now it's about you having some kind of like agenda against him. Because everybody can have a bad game. But if you're going to be using past things he has done to judge him in the game he had, then it's wrong. Because one thing is this, man, I watched that game, like I said, everybody was bad. So I was surprised that I saw Dogu was giving the ball away, could not complete a pass. He tried everything, he was giving the ball away, and nobody said anything about that. It's Garnacho, 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 Garnacho. And even right now, you get people telling you we shouldn't have sold Anthony, or we should have, sorry, Elanga. He's better than Garnacho. As if Elanga was also not in the same team. Because Elanga, he was in this team where Garnacho is. And I saw a comment there where somebody saying, Ahmad is the key to this team. I miss him so much. Like, what are we saying here? What are we saying here? Because even with the season Ahmad have had this season, I don't think for me he has done 50% of what Garnacho have done for this team ever since he have break into the team. It's not a bad thing whereby you don't rate a player, but if you let your agenda now, like agenda comes in, if he has bad game, you are going in on him. Then what happens when he has good game? Because this same guy caught fast. After putting on the video, Garnacho played against Liverpool, gave Ahmad that pass that scored the 2-2. This guy came out and said, aside the fact that he made that cross, what did he do in the game? That is how much the agenda you have against this kid have built up to, whereby you don't even get to see the important thing he has done. And coming into this game, guys, I was surprised the way Garnacho has been playing, the way Bruno was even now trying to do things. They've stopped because the last how many games before going for this international break, Garnacho was passing the ball more. He was looking for the cutback. Bruno Fernandes was not looking for those your 35-year pass. He wasn't. He was passing the ball, but it looked as if they went for international break. They came back and like everybody, they've forgotten everything they were doing before they went to international break.
But is
But
it
I
also,
don't like,
sorry, Timber,
go on.
is it also not the manager not sticking to a consistent plan? Because like Drex was saying earlier, things were working for certain positions and certain players. And rather than trying to keep trying that, because at some point you need to build patterns, in my opinion, right? You're moving Xerxes out of the 10, you're putting a number 9 that other players haven't been really playing with in that position. Bruno was maybe a little bit more disciplined next to Ogata than he would be in the 10 position. It just and you persist with a player like Dalot. I feel like he's also going under the radar for the fact that he was invisible. Drex didn't even know he was on the pitch. You got what I'm
He
saying?
was crazy, man.
You're saying you're trying
No,
to
no, no.
build.
Vegeta, when I'm saying that, I didn't know. When you're saying that now, people might think I'm taking the piss.
He was
I
invisible
was
to you, bro.
serious. I swear to God, I did not know that guy was on the pitch.
But that's the problem. How are you playing one of the most fundamental positions? Fullback is fundamental to this thing, to this three whatever
Yeah.
thing we're doing.
3-4-3.
Why
yeah.
did we see Dogu doing nonsense and somebody else went into hiding because we didn't see him? His presence wasn't felt. But my point that I'm trying to make is that you can't, on one hand, want to build habits, and at the first opportunity to keep building on, because the good form was built on habits. We saw sort of, like you said, Xerxes was playing number 10, and we saw like, oh, this looks good, maybe we did misprofile him, and then we play him in the number 9 again. So maybe we didn't What are we saying? The message is a bit confusing. I'm not, like I said, saying Ruben out. Like, people must relax. I know people will clip this and say this guy's Ruben out. I'm just saying that these players, yes, we put a lot of blame on them. I do. I call them criminals for a reason. But also, don't confuse people by making changes that don't make sense at a time where we're just trying to collect as many points as possible. Especially, I thought, maybe it's me alone, I thought the international break, especially given that a lot of these guys didn't go there, was an opportunity for him to keep repeating those patterns. Why are we then going to a different pattern of people playing in positions they shouldn't be in? It's confusing. Me personally.
To be on the to kind of defend the manager a little bit, right? I feel like I think it was Professor Omo that said this season we already knew the route of the season the minute they sacked Ten Hag after 6 games,
Yeah, that's
right?
what he said.
Yeah, it says the preseason, and I think this manager over egged the pudding, or is that the right saying? Something like that. He thought
Overbaked the
too
cake,
much.
bro.
He's
It's dry.
yeah, he's thinking he's tweaking too much. He should just keep. He's trying. We all remember what Pep Guardiola it was especially when he wants to play a final. He start tweaking as if
Too much, bro.
I think yeah. So I think manager he would learn. He would learn. I know he wanted to come at the end of the season, starting the new season with the squad and having the preseason. I'm kind of happy he came now. Now, balancing it, if Ten Hag was here, would we have been in this position? Nobody actually knows, but a lot of us are saying not so bad like this, right? But I'm happy this guy is here. They sacked Ten Hag. I'm happy this guy is here. We are seeing what. Imagine we're experiencing this thing next season.
Whoa.
That would be worse, I suppose.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's the angle I'm coming out from. So I'm happy that he's here. He could do all his tweaking now. He could show the hands to the boards and be like, okay, this place needs improvement, that place needs improvement, and what's not and what's not, right? And they would see and they would get to work whatever they want to do, and everybody is on the same level playing field, right?
Yeah.
But I know there are some players, there are some key positions, like you rightly said, the wing backs. I'm not, again, for the record, I'm not saying the players like Dalo and the likes are bad players. They are not just in the right space. It's like we're putting round pegs in square holes. Dalo is not a wing back. So that's why I did not even see him in that game. That's why I saw a lot of Dogo, although he was doing his own thing, right? I don't know how you people gave him an F. Me, I give him an H.
Is that
he
a
was
grade?
doing
I
his
didn't
own
know it
thing.
was a grade. I just asked for the lowest one.
Oh, bro, that they've added it to the list, so it's no more F9, it's H10.
Okay. I didn't see it. My bad.
So
We don't use those
so
grades here in South Africa, so I don't know how that thing works.
so so that's why I couldn't. That's why I'm not going. I think if you notice, I just kept that law quiet because bro, I wasn't the person I was expecting to do the runs and the wing back row did it, but he didn't do it well. There were several times he actually made good runs that Garnacho decided to evade, not look at him.
Send
So
voicemail.
ignore him. Yeah. So now let's not too dwell on the negative of that game. Right? We lost the game. That's enough negative. there were good signs in that game, but it's just the fact that we are unable to break the low block, and it also comes down to the quickness of our play, the intelligence of our players.
I hear
That
you.
if we can work on that, if we can find a way to unlock a couple of low blocks, let's say we play like 5-6 games and they were all low block, and we finally find a way to unlock 2 or 3, let's say even 4 out of the 6, bro, teams will come to United and be like, you know what, nah, these guys, they know how to unlock this thing. But it only comes with quickness of play and the intelligence of the players. A quick 1-2 can unlock a defense if you don't even know. But are our players ready to do that quick 1-2?
No, bro.
Only
These
Bruno.
guys, these guys are stupid.
Only
bro.
Bruno. Bruno is ready to do the quick. Bruno and what's his name? Zex, they are ready to do the quick 1-2. But I don't think Zex is that type of player that needs to be in the final, be giving you the final product. He would initiate that 1-2, right? So again, that's why I'm going back to the manager. Said you shouldn't have used Zexy. We should have kept the spirit going from the previous game. Give everybody. Rasmus just scored a Premier League goal in how many games, right?
19.
I felt like you should have just started him again. Maybe give the boy scored in the international break. The momentum was there. Just give him. But the manager, like every other manager, wants to be smart, wants to overthink, wants to do things the way they. No, and funny enough, right? He might have thought of the game and be like, okay, this is the best way to go about it. But in hindsight, he only will know what went wrong with his selection. We cannot sit here and say, okay, the selection was wrong, but when he was preparing for the game,
it was right in his head.
It was right in his head, and nobody can take that from him. You understand? Nobody can take that away from him.
I hear you, Drex, man. Let me just address some of my comments. Yo, people are showing us a lot of love, which is fantastic. Let's show it back. Shout out to Luan. Nice to see you on the channel. Shout out to her. Shouting out Luman. Luan says I'm on 8 likes. Shout out to people. Apparently Timber's on 11 likes. That's what we love to see, people. Leonard say Leonard. Is it Leonard? Leonard. Maguire registered more shots on target during the 9-minute cameo. Was it only
9
9
minutes
minutes?
cameo, yeah, that's what he's trying to say. Dan, the one Zexy.
The Zexy.
No, but we've stated why Maguire did that. If we've said it, when Maguire came in that game, everybody was looking to play the ball to Maguire.
True, but that's still
Yeah.
your centre back has a better XG than you. That's tough.
No. But Vegeta, why when you say it like that, right? Your centre back has a better XG than you, right? It might send the wrong message to someone that didn't actually watch the game.
As a whole, in my opinion.
It's a poor it's a poor reflection because why is Maguire coming on and all of a sudden you guys are deciding to pass the ball? You guys are deciding to. You understand what I'm saying? Man even had almost scored a goal. If not for that goal line clearance, man almost scored a goal.
Maybe that's why.
So what happened to Zexy in the game? What happened to Hoyland when he came on? Why didn't you people find these guys? Why find a defender that is playing in an attacking position? Why do that?
Sometimes there's no answers for stupidity, but I'm tired of talking about us. It's gonna piss me off all over again, bro. Temba, apparently Saka is back, so you're in trouble, bro. He scores a goal on his return to the team. Speak about it, bro. You guys, Manch came in to tell you.
Temba, before you speak about it, remember as you're speaking, just be remembering my words in the back of your ears.
Remember Manch's words as well.
Manch as well just came as well. Manch came as well to just let me know as well. One thing is this Vegeta Saka. Saka, we're talking about Champions League and players. We're talking about Saka. Who is Saka? Who knows Saka? Saka plays. He does that in the Premiership, man. He should do that in the Premiership.
Bible say pride goeth before you fall. Okay.
Yeah, no, not when it comes to Madrid, man.
This might be the first time I'm doing a poll because Temba said some stuff right now.
I don't want to hear this thing, man. Come on, man. Saka is a good.
Temba, let's dip this thing down hypothetically, right? If Arsenal beats Real Madrid first leg, who's playing home first? Arsenal, I believe.
I think it's Madrid. Let me just check.
Madrid is on. Okay, if Arsenal gets a win at the Bernabeu, right?
Yeah.
And find a way to get a draw and knock you guys out.
Yeah.
how would you feel?
I will put you. I will do a vlog. I will do a vlog when I'm going to the Santiago Bernabeu. I would also have a meeting with Carlo Ancelotti and the players because right now, like I said, take the manager aside, put him aside. These players alone should be able to beat Arsenal, not the Mother Champions League. These players alone should be able to do so. In fact, even though what's his name, Vinicius Junior did not play, they should be able to beat them out because even if what's his name, Mbappe as well did not play that match, we should be able to beat Arsenal.
Man is getting passionate.
Because I still have players in my team like your Aragule, Brian Diaz, Rodrigo, that can barely and that can get the job done. So I don't see for any reason, I don't want to know whatever reason of the give to me and tell me that no, we didn't beat Arsenal. For what? They're going to tell us what happened because that one for sure, I know for a fact that the man called Don Carlo is going to sack himself. Like he knows his job is done already. If that kind of thing happened. And the players as well are not really safe as well because I'm going to go in on all of them one by one. So it's not like I've never thought about it. I've never dreamt about it. But I come and say, okay, yes, if there's a team I'm worried about that can stop me from winning the Champions League, it's Arsenal Football Club. No way.
What happened to
No way. Not Arsenal. Not Arsenal.
Not Arsenal.
Anybody, not Arsenal. Anybody can actually get Arsenal. Come on, it would be a shame, man. It would be a shame. No, it's not going to happen. I don't even think about it. It's not going to happen.
So
It's not happening.
we've had people say you must delete your channel. We've had people say you mustn't go into hiding. I've put up a poll that says, should Temba eat the hot challenge, the hot chip, if Madrid lose
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Bro,
should Temba eat the hot chip if Madrid lose to Arsenal? And so far, everybody's saying yes. So 100%. So there's been 3 votes. There's 3 people. So everybody says Temba has to eat the hot chip on the Vegeta and Banks Show. And
Bro,
Temba, we know for a fact that you can get it here because John ate the hot chip. So the poll has said, if Madrid loses, God forbid for you, not only are you deleting your channel, you are eating a hot chip, Temba. Because you came here with
I'm not running away from it, bro. I'm not running away from it.
Okay,
Challenge, I'm up for it, man.
Okay, chat.
I trust my team.
You heard Temba.
I trust my team, bro.
Temba said, and I repeat, because I want people who keep evidence, your manjas of this world. Temba said he's eating the hot chip if Madrid loses to because man said, what is an Arsenal? What is a Saka? Saka came back and scored, bro. They said you're in trouble. Your defense is in trouble.
I should be like I can imagine I should be scared of Saka. Saka come and score goal. Come on, man. Saka is a good player. It's not world class. Based on to me, it's a good player. It's a decent, good player. I'm sure if it comes to my team, he's a squad player.
Whoa.
Come on, man. He's a squad player.
Their best player is a squad player in your team.
Squad player for my team, so I don't see a reason why I should be scared of Saka coming back from injury. Come on, man.
Ooh. And what if that squad player is the reason why you lose?
We'll see now. They will take the team challenge and shut the hell up.
Did you watch the Arsenal game by any chance?
Yeah, I did watch the Arsenal game now. He came in and scored.
Was there anything that's scheduled there ahead of the first fixture between you guys?
No. Aside the fact that this guy is out injured for the season, Gabriel.
And man like Don was saying, if in a scenario Arsenal fans to be asked what would they have preferred, Saka not returning or Gabriel not getting injured, choose one. I reckon most of them. Oh, that's a tough one actually because Gabriel in defense.
It's a tough one.
But at the same time, they've been crying about Saka being injured is the reason why they're not winning the league or even, challenging people like Newcastle for honors. So I don't know. Maybe Gabriel because that's all Arsenal has right now. It's their defense. They've got no Gabriel against Mbabs. I'll be there, bro. It's going to be such a glorious day, brother. But obviously, you guys won on the weekend, right? against Liga. And I say to people, guys, look, heritage is not, it's not the same, guys. People were panicking. Oh, Madrid is losing to this. I said,
I
guys,
was
relax.
fuming.
I said, guys, look, the performance wasn't great. I was there. I saw it with my own two eyes. But Madrid is like United. They have that thing where you have no right to win right now, but because you're Madrid, you win. And do you think that will be enough in this tie against us outside of your quality? Because you say you've got better players, and I think we should do a combined 11 next week before the game, because Arsenal people are saying they are putting more Arsenal players than Real Madrid players. So we're gonna definitely be doing a combined 11. When is the game? Is it on a Wednesday or Tuesday?
Yeah, I think it's on the Tuesday.
So on Monday,
Those guys, those guys are funny, man.
so on Monday,
They're-
Temba, we are
I,
doing a preview.
yeah,
We're
I
gonna
saw
do.
I saw some guys as well doing that combined 11,
Mm.
and somebody's talking about how Declan Rice is a better player than
Hey, bro.
Kamavinga, and I was like, bro, what this guy is talking about, man? Kamavinga.
Well, they say they'll
Is it
take Raya over. Who's your current goalkeeper?
Thibaut Courtois? Those guys are crazy, man.
Hey,
Thibaut Courtois.
that's all I'm
No, he's
saying.
even injured right now.
Saka over Rodrigo, apparently.
Come on, man. Those guys are dreaming. You know, how you know Arsenal fan base? They are no, their delusion is on another level. Like I just told you, someone they said about. Someone said, I think I was watching one when the guy was saying that he would take Declan Rice over Kamavinga, McAllister.
What?
I am telling you,
McAllister.
bro. Arsenal fan, those guys, they can say rubbish.
I just need
They
them to
can
lose
say
for me to like.
nonsense. Oh
If they
my
beat
god.
Madrid, AFTV is not gonna be the same if they don't lose. You know, is all I'm
It
saying.
will be nice, man. It will be nice. It will be nice. It will not be nice.
But Matata United, shout out to you, bro. Long time no see. Says which is more possible, Villa beating PSG or Arsenal beating Madrid. So which one is more possible? A team that's actually won in Europe beating PSG versus a team with no European cups whatsoever beating a team with 15 European. Oof.
The thing I would say is that, for
Villa has
Aston Villa
actually
and
won in
PSG,
Europe. I'm just putting it out there. You know.
yeah, the thing we're talking about this Aston Villa against PSG, I think it will be a good game as well. Just that I think I first Aston Villa that the likes of your Marco Asensio won't be able to play the game because
Wait,
it came alone.
is Rashford and Asensio not able to play in that team? In that
No, Asensio won't be able to play because he came from
because he's
PSG.
from PSG. Okay,
Yeah, he came alone from PSG, so I don't think he will be able to play the game. But man, do I see it happening? You
But
can never say you can never say never because
wait,
Liverpool was
Timber.
super.
In that Liverpool game, was PSG that great or Liverpool just crap? Let's be
No, they
honest.
were great, man. They were great. They played very well, very well.
So who's
It's not
coming out
about
on
us
top?
even being crap.
Who's coming
It's
out
not
on
about
top? Is
Liverpool
it
being crap.
Unai or is it man like is it Enrique? Yeah, it's Enrique who's
No,
actually
yeah, Enrique. I expect Enrique to get the job done. I expect him to get the job done. But sometimes you know football. I know some coaches.
Serial Europa winner. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can have those game plan, you know. But
So
I
who's
would
coming?
actually expect what's his name, PSG to win the game because they played really well. They play more of it like a team. And I've been saying it for a very long time. I said PSG does not need this project they were building with Mbappe, Messi, Neymar. They don't need it. They need what this guy is doing currently, Enrique. That is something they need. And I can tell you guys for sure that Enrique was one of the reasons why they get rid of all those players. I'm sure he'll be telling the guys, man, get them going. I don't want to
Bro,
get
those
them
guys
going.
robbed us out of 60 million. No offense to cards, bro. I'm not saying you've been crap, but my word, we got robbed again. But which one is more
I tell
likely
you
to
what,
happen, Timba? Which one do you think is more likely to happen? Arsenal beating Madrid or Villa beating PSG? You still have to answer the question.
yeah, if Arsenal have like the way the Arsenal were attacking last season have dropped, and yet again they don't have the likes of your Kai Havertz. Yes, I'm a no rating, but at the end of the day, when those guys play together, they play well. So right now they've lost somebody like Gabriel, and I think it's going to be massive as well because QBO. So I don't see it happening. If not the situation by Arsenal had their footing available, as much as I don't rate those guys as well, they can still do something somehow, get a goal somehow. But
Timber, we beat
I don't think
Arsenal.
so.
I just want to point out 14th Man United
Yeah,
beating Arsenal.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
yes, yes. It happens in La Liga as well, whereby you see a team that is 18 come beat Barcelona as well,
You
three
don't
points and
beat
go.
Arsenal, bro. That hot chip will be
So
the Leicester, the
I will beat
Liverpool
I will beat Arsenal. So the one I would say there's a possibility of it happening. It's Aston Villa.
I
Aston
think
Villa
it's
can
Villa
just shock everybody.
because Unai is a better manager than Arteta. That's the only reason. The only problem is that Unai is going up against Enrique. You know,
Yeah,
I think that's the
that's the
only
issue.
issue. But Unai has a better chance of beating a big team in PSG and upsetting. You know, because
Yeah.
forget that Ajax once did it when they had Ten Hag and that team of theirs. So it's not in the realms of impossibility that this Villa team could beat PSG with the manager they have. Arsenal, I'm sorry, bro. This Arteta guy's been lying to you guys the same way these United players lie to us. And you also, guys, you are wishing this win for Madrid. You don't really believe it. Let's be honest. You Arsenal fans don't actually believe you could barely beat a Barcelona that was in regression. You couldn't beat Bayern with a company. I don't care. This is not even the best Bayern. I don't give a damn.
Bro.
So what makes you think that you're going to beat? And also, you guys need to stop saying Atletico is a worse team than you, because that Atletico team will smack you, bro. They will slap you, bro, for fun.
They don't know. They don't know.
That team will slap you for
They do
fun.
not know.
These same people will think that they can beat Hansi Flick and Barcelona. That's how delusional they are. That's why I think Unai has a better chance of an upset than Arteta. And look, maybe I also face charges for saying this, but come on, guys. If Madrid loses, like, I need to find Timber and ask him what happened, bro. Like,
Honestly,
how,
man,
bro? Over 2 legs.
that's
It's not even a
that's
once-off
why
game, bro. 2 legs. You let these guys,
I
nah.
don't want to lie to you, man. Like for me, man, I expect this guy to beat Arsenal home and away. Like that's how much I want to, let these guys that are so delusional keep them quiet.
They need to
I want to
remember
beat
they are
them
Arsenal.
home
Is all I'm
and
saying.
away.
You need to remind
I want
them
to
that
beat
they are
them
Arsenal.
home and away. So that's the thing. I want to beat them home and away.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys just need to just get the job done. Get the
Exactly.
job done. Beat these guys and just advance to the like right now. I'm thinking. I mean, like looking at me right now.
Mm.
I'm in the same final already. I'm in the same final. That's where I'm thinking. Okay, do I want Aston Villa or do I want PSG? That's where I am right now. I'm not on that stage where I'm talking about Arsenal. Arsenal, come on, man, walk over. That's what they are.
Oh, you heard it here
Walk
first,
over.
people. And I want to remind people of the Pope. Temba is eating a hot chip. If it really happens, please don't. I need to watch AFTV that day. Um, let's just round up the show by coming back home. You know, a few things have actually happened in South African football that's been interesting. We've had the two CAF matches with Sundowns and Pirates playing in the Champions League, and my team, which I decided to stream for whatever reason last weekend, decided to add to the pain of Man United and lose to Golden Arrows. Drex was in the chat supporting Golden Arrows for no flipping reason. It was not a great match, was it, Timber from Kaizer Chiefs?
Nah, nah, nah. It was not. That was terrible watch, man. It was crazy. Like watching that game pisses me off, man. I ask yourself that question, like, these guys, do they play football? That yes, I want to play football. I want to be someday, winning the CAF Champions League. I want to be somehow getting scouted by players by teams outside the country.
Nah,
Like
bro.
no passion, not it's just so casual. I see
Bro,
that playing exhibition match.
that
They
penalty,
did not take it serious.
that
That
penalty.
penalty was, come on,
That penalty
bro.
was that game as a whole. The captain decided to take that penalty like it doesn't matter. So the rest of the team said, "Oh, we are on holiday. Okay, never mind." The captain
And the fact
doesn't
that
take it
it
serious.
was even the captain himself did that nonsense. the captain himself. It's just crazy, man.
It's
But
very
it's a good one.
crazy.
Like at least I think Pirates won yesterday.
Yeah, bro, and that's what I'm trying to. It pisses me off, bro, when you see Mamelodi Sundowns playing two difficult matches, bro, because Sundowns was playing away, no, at home, and you saw what happened in the stadium, bro, with the Esperanza fans fighting with the Mamelodi Sundowns fans. I mean, there was chaos in this week's fixtures of CAF. Pirates winning, but the referee was doing dodgy things in the Pirates game. The fans were trying to fight Pirates fans overseas. I don't understand what Africa and South African teams is the problem, but these guys always want to fight us whenever we're in their part of the world. But I'm just glad that Sundowns and Pirates did the job, because as much as Chiefs is not there, it's good to see two teams representing us the way they are, because Pirates played a very difficult game. It's not easy to play on the continent and come away with the win. So the fact that their second leg is in Orlando, that's fantastic. Sundowns, on the other
Yeah,
hand, I get they won, but they still have a tough assignment to go north and to try and still get a win from that. So that should be interesting. But breaking news that came out today, Timber, for Pirates is that their manager is going to be stepping down at the end of the season.
man, and that's going to be a massive loss, man.
A
Honestly,
big one for the
I don't know.
league, bro.
I don't know. I don't know why he's leaving, but it's going to be a big loss, man. Because this guy have come into that club and he have done extremely well. Now, the reason why he will want to step down, I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe,
he's tired, bro. He's tired of losing to Sundowns weekend. It's, bro. I think this is why Klopp left. You know how tough it is when you're trying your best, and the other guy just keeps winning, bro. Like, you get 90 points in Klopp's case, and Pep gets 100 somehow, bro. And you're just like, I can't do this. Maybe because I can't say it's pressure from the fans from a Pirates perspective, because the Pirates fans love that guy, bro. They love.
yeah, they do. They do. They do love him because, like, I've seen the way they talk about him and they go about him. I think they like the man. They love the guy. So, man, I don't know why. I am thinking maybe the guy has a better opportunity. Maybe there's a team out there. Maybe he might have agreed a deal with. But I don't see the reason why he want to leave, man, because he's doing well. The fans love him.
And we've
Even
got
at some
money,
point, I
bro. It's
was,
not like there's no money in PSL,
yeah.
bro.
And I was even saying, if it's possible, if Hugo Boss is leaving, he can take the job as well as the manager for the
For
club, for the
Bafana, ne?
country.
But
Yeah.
some people are looking at it and saying, "Look, we're sad, but maybe this is an opportunity to bring Pito back home."
Oh, Pito.
Yeah,
So for as the manager for South Africa,
for Pirates.
I don't think this guy wants to do anything with Africa football. Honestly, I
Where
don't
is he
think so.
managing at the moment? Is he still in Saudi?
Yeah, I think no. I don't think it's in Saudi. I think it's in Qatar. I think it's in Qatar,
Oh,
not Saudi.
yeah, that guy's making
Yeah, I think
money,
it's in Qatar.
bro. Those countries are like tax
Man,
free.
man is just making money, man. What he does is he goes to this thing, bring them from relegation, takes his money elsewhere, bring them from relegation, takes his money elsewhere. Just
I
that's what
really
he's doing.
wanted Pito Chiefs, bro. Before we got this Nabi guy, bro, I really wanted Pito, bro. And I was so
And then
shocked.
talking about there's a rumor that came out that he was going to sign for Chiefs, and I thought it was going to happen, but it didn't end up
Same,
happening.
bro, because he had a meeting, well, not a meeting, it's like a lunch or something with the Motaungs, right? And then he went on to Robert Marawa's podcast, and Robert asked him, "Are you joining Chiefs?" He said, "No, like, I'm close to Bobby and the family. I was just hanging out with them, the rumors." Then I said, "Oh, damn, bro." And then they announced Nabi, and I said, "Damn." Because if this guy somehow goes to Pirates, that dream is over. I will never see Jingles at Chiefs. Well, we've had managers go to both,
Bro,
I suppose.
so
But
that guy is a good manager, man. He's a good manager, honestly.
bro,
He's a
I
good
wanted
guy,
him to
manager.
coach in the Premier League so bad, bro. I remember when company left Burnley, I said, if you want a young man, not young, but like a good manager outside of the continent, Peter's the guy.
I think it's just this thing of Africa, and I think this guy can do a job at United. Honestly, I don't think
Well,
he will
I feel
that
like
bad.
we might be better than where we are right now, to be honest.
Honestly, I don't. I believe he can get the job. If they can give him the job, he can do something in that thing.
That guy is a
But
good
I,
player.
I, I don't think they will look at him though.
Nah,
They will
bro.
not look at him.
mean, look at how they
So that's the thing.
look at how they treated Vieira, bro. Like the one guy of color in the league, who did okay, at Palace. But the moment they got a chance to get rid of him, but Jingles, bro, if he ever gets a chance to coach, even if it's like Club Rouge or something in the Champions League, bro, I'll be so happy as a South African fan. But no, shout out to Sundowns, shout out to Pirates, bro. You guys are doing what my team is failing to do. Those pricks, bro. Why must I watch Chiefs and be depressed and then watch Man United and be depressed, bro? Like I'm not having any sort of success, but I guess it's good for our national team because that's where their players come from. But let's look at the weekend, Timbo. Who are our teams playing this week? I'm playing City.
You're playing City. I'm playing Valencia. I am playing Valencia. By the way, I'm trusting you guys to beat these guys, man.
Look, I think we can actually beat City, which is crazy. After the fact that I said we couldn't beat Forest, but City is the one team I look at and I'm like, guys, you and me are the same right now. You don't know what's going on with your life. You've been spiraling out of control. You're looking at Forest winning, being third. You don't know how. You see Liverpool going for 20. You just came from a treble. Arsenal is also doing things and you're confused. Chelsea is knocking on your door. You're scared now. City. Pep is just going through the most. Maybe Pep needs to relax and take it.
Like I said, if I was Pep, I would just after the season I'll retire
Yeah.
or drop the job because from the amount of opinion I'm seeing, like people think this guy is gonna come back next season and become start going head to head. I see it getting worse next season. Honestly, I see it getting worse
If that
next
happens,
season.
because I think Slot will also have a difficult season. Funny enough, me
Yeah,
personally,
it's definitely not. It definitely man. Because
Liverpool
I don't.
and City having a bad season would be glorious for me as a United fan. But it might also open the door for teams like Aston Villa, Forest. I'm not gonna say Arsenal because Arsenal had a chance and they threw it away. They're not serious. I don't even know how to explain it.
Arsenal will always be Arsenal. Let's like we will say, Tottenham are always going to be Spursy. Arsenal is the same thing
Hey,
as
and
well.
Spurs is getting worse, but it's not. It's like they're not even trying to be a good team. They've got a good stadium. They've got good what do they call it? The books, like their finances are good, but the
Yeah,
team, it's like that team is cursed, bro. It's like almost like United. United. People were saying Dogu was good in his first few matches, and then he became a bum. Maybe there's a virus that happens when you come to our club that says, whoa, why are you good? Why are you good? Be bad like
yeah,
everybody else. So maybe at
but
Spurs
like
it's the
everybody
same, bro.
else.
Like you don't win titles, even if you come from teams. They could put the Real Madrid starting 11 at Spurs, and somehow those guys will find a way not to win trophies with the same
Honestly,
squad that
we'll,
Madrid
we'll
and
still battle
Barcelona
this.
have.
We'll still battle
Ah,
this.
who are you guys
So
playing?
that's the
Valencia,
thing.
right?
Valencia, I'm playing Valencia.
Okay.
Valencia.
How do you think that game is gonna go for you guys? I think United will beat City 2-1. That's just me hoping for the
I
best.
believe Valencia always that team that gave me a problem, man, but honestly,
And
yeah,
is
they
it at
do.
night again, bro? Cause but I almost fell asleep. I can't deal with you guys at 10 p.m. game.
I'm gonna win the game though. I mean, I'm going to be there. I think it's around. I think this
Oh,
time. Let me
thank
just check the
goodness! Is
time.
that 4:15? My word.
Yeah, it's
Yo,
around 4.
thank you, La Liga, for being reasonable. Cause if I saw 10 p.m. again, Temba was on his own. I'm not doing 10 p.m. again, bro. That's ridiculous. But no, we'll be back for the game because you guys play before us. You play on Saturday, and then we play I think on the Sunday against City. Let me see what time we're playing, because I'm going to stream that game for sure. We're playing at 5:30 on Sunday. So we've got the Madrid game first on Saturday on our channels. Madrid, Hala Madrid, go there. I've tagged him. You don't have an excuse. I've tagged Temba. Go
Yeah,
over to Temba's channel, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And then obviously, if you haven't subscribed to me, guys, I mean, we're trying to get to 150. I think we can do it. Let's please subscribe. And then you'll see me on Sunday with Temba and the crew. Drakes, I'm assuming you're also streaming the United game. We're streaming together. Just let me know.
yeah, I believe.
Mark needs to
By
stop
the
putting
way,
Mark needs to stop putting these descriptions in our thing because it's putting on our channels. It's ridiculous. People can't be looking at my thing and see follow Mark on my channel. Put all of us. What the heck, bro? What's wrong with this guy, bro? I'm gonna talk to him about this, bro.
And by the way, Drex is also saying Villa beating PSG looks more doable. So
That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying, you know. And also, guys, please go to Diap Sport. Shout out to Drex for also contributing to today's channel. Drex, what is your next target? So we can try and help you, you know, put our communities together. Maybe there's people here who are not there, and we get to we get to those targets. Also, guys, Drex has memberships, if I'm not mistaken. So if you
yeah,
want to support Drex, you liked what he had to say today, D-Hub Sports, I will put the link after this stream in the comments, so that you guys can find D-Hub Sport. Go over there, subscribe, become members, guys. Please say Vegeta sent you. Maybe D-Hub Sports will sponsor me as well. Who knows? Just go
you
over
know,
there. So they say I sent you over there. 1.5. You can do it, Drex. We can get to that 1.5.
yeah, 1.5 man.
But people, thank you for keeping me honest, Timber, man. Your support is always appreciated. You keep me honest, always making me stream, even though I don't feel like Timber knows. I get so lazy, but
Yeah, yeah, big up, bro. You have to, man.
we
You
are
have
good
to,
to be
man. You
here.
have to.
But yeah, shout out people. We'll see you on the weekend. We'll be back on Monday for the preview of the Champions Leagues. It's gonna be
Yeah,
funny. It's gonna be funny to see Arsenal trying to beat Madrid. We're gonna do that combined 11. Man United are playing Lyon, of course. We're gonna do a preview. Mark MUFC, shout out, bro. I know you definitely gonna do a preview, bro. So people go over to Mark MUFC. I will also link his channel. I don't know what his goal is, but we are going to succeed together because that's what we do in this community. For me, your boy
yeah.
Vegeta and my boy Timber Banks, brother. Apparently, Timber is an underground Man United fan. I just want us to end on this. He's a closet Man United fan. Apparently.
Leave Mark alone, man. Leave Mark alone, bro.
But nah.
You know what? You know what? Is that, like, everybody around me, like most of my friends, are just United, United, United,
So
United,
you also
United,
one of
United.
us, guy.
Most of my friends,
You also get
most of
so
my guys.
you get so passionate when we lose. You also one of us, Timber. Just admit it. It's okay.
You have to lose, man. You have to lose,
You
man. You have to
won't
lose, man.
die, bro. Just say you're a
Yeah.
United fan, bro. But Mark,
Oh,
by the
why
way,
now?
if you didn't know,
Oh, why?
we got to 100 subscribers on my channel, so whatever we said on that other stream, it worked out, buddy. At the
Yeah.
halftime with Vegeta is on 100, bro. Well, actually, it's on 101. It might be 102 by now. Who knows?
Yeah, no. Let's check it 102.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, we're building the community, bro, and yeah, man, I'm grateful for all the support. We'll see you guys. I need to bounce. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.
Yeah, big up, big up, big up.